We've had a lot of discussions lately about how to memorize your script, and I'll show you what works for me. It may not be the only way, it may not even be the best way, but this is how I work it. To begin with, I write everything out longhand. That's right, I type everything, the entire script, even when I'm working on an hour-long presentation. So I start with a full page, and then from this page, I will deliver it out loud in my room over and over and over again, reading straight from the page. Now, let me just tell you, it's not the same thing to memorize it just reading, because if I'm just reading, I'm only getting one sense. But if I read it out loud, then I'm hearing it, I'm feeling my mouth do that, and I'm reading it. So you want to read it out loud, you know, as much as you can, just over and over and over and over again until you're really comfortable with that process. The next step I do, now I know my script pretty well. I'm pretty comfortable with it, but I still keep my script in front of me, but now I've gone in and I've written little words in the margin that remind me of what each thought or each paragraph is about. So that way, I know what I'm talking about because I've gone through my script over and over and over again, and so I can just look down at that key word or that key phrase, and I can go from there and deliver my speech. Now, if I still need to, I can still read it word for word off the page. But by this point, I'm usually comfortable enough that I can look down, see the word, and then just deliver my speech. Then the next step is I take those keywords and I put them on a index card or a series of index cards depending on how long my speech is. I really like this process. You get up on stage, you acknowledge people, you say hi, you look at everyone, you reach in and get your note cards. And it doesn't matter how comfortable I am, it doesn't matter how many times I've given that speech, I always go up with my cheat sheets, my little note cards. I may not have to refer to them, but I always have them with me. And then on this note card are those same words that I had written in the margin, but now I've transferred them to this. And now this is what will keep me on track. So I'm talking along, and then I think, I don't know what comes next, and I look down and I go, oh yeah, that's it, and I go on with that. So that has worked remarkably well for me, and I would recommend that you do it. Now here's the thing, is I haven't seen but a handful of people practice enough. How much is enough? Enough is enough that you can deliver it without thinking about it. Enough, see, we can tell in your face, we can look at you and we can see that you're thinking, oh, what's the next thing? You don't want to be doing that. So you want to practice it enough that you can deliver it from memory for the most part, and sometimes just looking at a quick note in order to remind you where you are in the process.